Alright, welcome to Solace. We'll start over here. This is the airport. So I never actually, maybe never talked about this town, but I created this about a year ago, and this is this was going to be my dream city. It wasn't perfect, but I figured, there was a lot going on as far as what you can tell here. There was a lot of different pathways and things happening. Whole industrial areas that started out initially as commercial and residential and small town, and eventually this grew and became a huge main downtown area of super dense. Used a lot of the skyscrapers for this area, and I kept a good portion of this whole area. Eventually, over time, just became super dense and has a lot of the DLC content. You can see the fully leveled up stock exchange, some art deco, just a lot of skyscrapers galore. And one of the reasons why I kind of stopped building and then kind of weirdly enough went back into it and just decided, you know what, let me just keep building this, because this was something that had a lot of labor of love to, and sadly this was the dream project here that eventually was never came to be. This was going to be a huge port, you know, cargo port and tourist port or whatever, but because of what happened, I realized this map doesn't have access to um, water access, or outside of city water access. But anyway, with that being said, I worked really hard on kind of developing some kind of character and infrastructure, and really thought about planning and marking historical buildings. Again, I'm a vanilla player. I play on console, and got one leveled up trade tech college here, and leveled up forestry industry, which was over here, and actually even took on like very historical looking approach to developing this city and this part of the town, and even having like a historical train station that came over here without any bypass stations. Like, this was really, I feel like maybe the pinnacle of what I was trying to get at, and trying to develop really well thought out areas. And we got a smaller farm area next to the airport, and I mean, you can see just how it sprawls out, and overall traffic flow is fine, and there's like rhyme and reason to everything that's said. But then it's also like, you can see that there's aspects of historical context built into this. Like, you can just recently I found these old inns that look so cute with the old architecture, mixed in with the estate here, castle, and then I mixed it in, and you can see there's a horse stable. So this was like, just me trying to mix in all the different types of assets to kind of really tell interesting, give it a lot of character, utilizing the different. Funny, I should have put tennis courts over here, but well, there's tennis courts. Never mind, right there. See, so this was a year ago, but with that being said, I really just wanted to kind of showcase, and this was in the initial farm area, which eventually I made it look super industrialized by just turning everything into greenhouses. Leveled up the water towers into these high-end water towers, and this airport area that was developed, and just, I know they had modular builds, but I went ahead and just kind of made it even more. Some of it, you can kind of tell that I'm from Los Angeles, because I have a thing with like highways being the dividing line between regions, and building around highways But also because it's vanilla and city skylines, roundabouts they're not very common here in Los Angeles, but they are almost like essential in the game for really alleviating a lot of traffic flow issues. Some of my favorite here's a little like really ritzy, high-end, rich neighborhood, and amidst something which I kind of decorated into like making it look like this is like the city hall area. It's downtown, and you got a lot of nice landmarks. This a park built around the cathedral to give it like a really nice feel with the old school cemetery, and just overall, you saw the zoo that was next to it in the water, and then just a lot of nice little landmarks to have visitors come. And you can see here that I guess the game just finished. Oof, sheesh, that's a lot. We don't have actual trolley line going over there. And then one of my favorite little things just to like kind of gaze and watch the whole time is just seeing how busy this hub gets. You've got a pedestrian area lined up here. See even more landmarks mixed with, and I hit my Metropolis. So I went ahead and I unlocked the town. Good. I'm really happy about that. Fortunately, I can't even use can't even do the ports that I wanted. But anyway, yeah, pedestrian area. The wall-to-wall buildings are really cool. Really gives it that new 5/1 hipster vibe. But yeah, this is just, I feel like this is the piece de resistance for me. Was just this, like, you've got all kinds of public transportation kind of just centralizing all into this one point, and you can ride the train in and out of the city, around the city, take subway lines over if you need to. Some parts where there are no subway, they've got the trolley line which loops around, and it's just, it's a sight to behold just to see how busy this whole area can get. I mean, even people that live here, they're complaining about the noise, but it's also like, realistically, this is how cities work, people live next to trains all the time, and I don't know how else to alleviate the situation with that, but I'm not gonna, you can add as many trees as you want, but it's still going to be loud, Anyway, again, the skyscraper DLCs are good. Oh my gosh, I looks like I didn't provide. Right now, we're going through a little bit of an economic crisis here. I have like 84 million in the bank, which really isn't. So you can, I've had some time to fix and work on it. You can see here that cash flow is really bad. It's like negative 230,000, which is much better than negative 300,000. Went ahead and I fixed some of the infrastructure, upgraded some of the infrastructure, got rid of other things like high capacity fire departments, and removing a lot of the police helicopter stations and just keeping things, higher, just including just one higher capacity police station. And let me fix this, because this is gonna get bad over time if I don't fix this now. We already have abandoned buildings, so here we go. And don't mind me with the way I'm laying out the pipes. It's just, it is what it is. So we'll see. We'll fix that. Hopefully those will get bulldozed, or I forgot how to fix that bulldoze. Oh yeah, just to accommodate for abandoned buildings. No, there should be an automatic. I think it's in the options, but anyway. Next steps with this city. 1, fix the issue with not enough customers. So that's why I really tried to push for a population boost over here. Two, upgrading and continuing to build the liberal arts college here and level that up. And eventually, we're spreading out and we're continuing development into a second part of the downtown or high dense neighborhood areas and through here in this whole region. We've already got some of the lakeside here, which I think I need to get rid of this and shave this down and make this less, incorporate a lot of less skyscrapers and whatnot. If you notice here, one of the hacks that I do is I like to build crematoriums and just put them around as the main way to get rid of, for death care. But then building cemeteries and then putting them on an empty so that these act as a buffer on the occasional death wave that may happen where there's an influx in the death population. That happens. I don't build on mass. I don't just randomly put a bunch of pedestrian zones, or a big problem that people have is I pause the game and then go ahead and put in zone a bunch of residential. That is one way to get death waves. If anything, it might be a good idea to intermittently add residential zones over time, continue with the time going. Don't zone as much residential over time, just again slowly time release it so that way you have a steadier flow, then you're not going to get as many death waves. But again, it's inevitable. For some reason it can't accommodate to all, it's just subject to all the death, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, looking ahead, we've got again continuing to build this main area here. I've yet to develop some kind of amusement park, which may go over here. A natural park reserve area here, perhaps. And I have 2 more industries to develop, with ore somewhere here, maybe, and oil developed here. And then one of my biggest things is learning how to develop and look making it seem like it's a seamless border, and it's organic, because once you get over here, it looks really weird. All of a sudden, where's the rest of the development go? And I think that goes in tow with just trying to get it to spread out, so you don't really have a clean cut line or development. It's just, you can kind of see it just slowly and gradually dissipating. What kind of plane takes off like that? That is weird. Again, right? Why would you have just a train line going through? You should have development on both sides. And if that were the case, it shouldn't have been so close to the edge. But again, sometimes you just get so caught up in building that you just build to the edge, and then you get this really strange disparity of a line going through it. It's not as bad here. I mean, it almost looks like, okay, it was intentionally planned and they don't want to destroy the forest, so that's why that's there in place. I built this man-made lake. It's not the best. It's a reservoir, but it's to create a helicopter fire station, because it's going to accommodate for areas that are not reachable by fire truck. A lot of pedestrian zones and the college areas, the park areas, a fire truck cannot get to it. So you need to have a fire helicopter depot station set up. Check out this. See, this is definitely given old town vibes, and I think that was the aim that I had going in. And I don't know if it seems I wonder if people ever watch City Skylines videos and I'm sure everyone is like urban planning nerds, or geeks, and they're into that kind of stuff, and city development, and architecture, whatever have you. But some of these, I wonder if like these are just like, oh yeah, you can tell this guy's from LA. And one of the things I tend to do, and I've done this in a lot of my cities, and I've even done one where it's like a Los Angeles inspired city, but it's like putting this museum kind of on a hill overlooking the freeway. It's the Getty. It's the Getty Museum. Just that. But I am trying to incorporate. I've got some kind of train backup stitch over here. Again, some of the tips I've heard from other City Skyline vanilla videos and people that are talking about train infrastructure, you might want to just have like one outside train line, like one train line to accept inner city traffic, and then not intermingle industrial and passenger traffic. Like cargo trains and passenger trains should have separate lines. And then you have one inner city access point, and then at that point you create a separate line just to keep things traveling within the city. But anyway, live and learn. This was a build that I had from a year ago. Again, it's not 100% perfect, but it is, and then just looking to see if I can purchase new land. So I guess one of the issues that I was going to have was, should I continue and just buy these spots? Should I add something here so that I can create that sprawl look happening, so that we can see that it's not, all of a sudden there's this jarring lack of development after you cross a certain border, which should slowly just dissipate over time. I can always try to buy these pieces of land up here, those two pieces, and that would kind of lend to creating more interesting looking areas. And I think maybe the route is always like a 9x9. Again, vanilla console. There's a lot. I can't make excuses, but because I've seen console city builders that have made really amazing roads and just well terraformed land and stuff with just thoughtful engineering where you don't see, holy cow, stuff like this. But anyway, I think I've rambled long enough, and this video has gone on long enough, but I will say this has kind of been one of my favorite towns and cities to build. I built this around, I started this maybe sometime last year into early 2023, and then moved on, and then I started playing the City Skylines upgraded PS5 version, which was fun. And then when I come to find out that, the DLC stops at a certain point and we'll continue developing that later, and I'm like, what? So then I stopped doing stuff in that one, and then I went back to this. I went back to the PS4 version, but needless to say, which is funny. So it's funny because I think when people ask what's your favorite game with, and I think I've been more inclined to say City Skylines has been my favorite game. It's low stakes. There's something therapeutic about building it, and just the community that has come from it. And I mean, I'm no one. I enjoy this, and I think I talk about it and I show a lot of my friends, and they're just kind of like, who the hell is this geek? Like, what a geek. Actually, they know that I'm a geek, and they know that I love this stuff. So anyway, thank you all for watching this video and listening to me speak and taking a look at this build. If you guys have any builds or anything like that, like, comment and share and let me see. And then also tell me, how do I get out of this like economic rut that I'm in right now? It's like 232,000. I don't know where I went wrong with that. The city was minus I went ahead and I just sold all the investments that I had. I had made investments in a lot of stuff, and but the income is nowhere near what the expenses are, and I don't know how to alleviate that and how to fix that. I got a lot of income coming in. It's just how do we get around to making sure we can get and it looks like, let's see, the biggest expenses are, I forgot what that is, $68,000. What is costing us $44,000 in park? How much money do we make off the parks? We have no industry income? That's not true. Anyway, I will sign off here at this point. Thanks for watching the video. If you guys want to see more stuff that I built, just go ahead and let me know. Oh yeah, this is Solace. I've called the Solace. Solace is a word that I loved over high school, like ever since I was in high school, and that was 20 years ago. And just whole idea of solace is like it's peace, it's finding comfort. And I think there was a game a long time ago. It's like solace is like your solace end or something. If you've gotten this far, just go ahead and let me know if I was right. Hey, look at that, 184,000. So it looks like we're getting somewhere with that, and maybe it has to do with all the infrastructure. There's a lot of power. We're using a lot of it, and water. We have. Seems like, but anyway. Minus 79. You can see here that technically this economy is in a free fall. Like, this city would be a complete disaster. It's not where it should be, and I'm 79 million to correct it and fix it, But anyway, I'll stop talking here. Hope you all liked the video. Sorry for all the rambling. Again, if you have cities that you like or cities that you want to show and insights, comment, send links. I love seeing stuff, and I love watching City Skylines content. At any rate, hope you all enjoyed, and take care.